All right, guys, today is my first video of my free money playlist. Today, if you have a Draftkings account, I'm going to show you how you can make $100 plus risk-free, absolutely no money at stake using this big bet bonus. This video is going to be a little bit longer because I'm going to try to go slow and explain this video carefully to make sure there's no trip ups. But if you follow all the steps I talked about today, I'm guaranteeing you that there's no chance you lose and you will be up $100 at least at the end of the day. So I'm going to get started. There are two options that you can use with this big bet bonus. There's one thing you can do to just get risk-free money, no doubt about it. Here's $100 in your back pocket tomorrow. Or you can have a little bit more fun, or if you have a little bit higher risk tolerance, and you could use this $300 free bet and leverage your bet 10 times and get a much greater return that you normally would without taking advantage of this promo. So I'll take you through the risk-free bet right now and the risk-free money and option one. So the first step you got to do is you got to make sure you're opted into this promo. If you aren't opting into this promo before you do what I say to do, you will just be flushing $600 down the drain, and nobody wants that. So make sure you opt in. Make sure this bet you're doing falls within the promotion period at the end of September. These are two things you must do or this will not work. Step two, you have to find a partner, find a buddy that also is on Draftkings' book that you think can also use an extra $100 in his back pocket and get to work. Person one, you're going to put $600 on any given over, while person two is going to bet $600 on that same game's under. And so I chose this bet slip below for a reason, is that you want this bet to not end in 0.5. You want the over under to be exactly 48. So there's a chance that this bet pushes. You do not want the bet to end in 48 and a half and so on. So one person's going to bet, say, the over at 48 in the Minnesota Vikings, and the person two is going to bet $600 on the under at 48 in this Vikings game. And then what's going to happen in step three is that game's going to happen, and very likely it will not push. There will be a winner and a loser. So what's going to happen is the winner, whoever wins their bet, will have now $1,145, while the loser obviously will have zero. So if you notice that this group started together with $1,200 and now they have $1,145. So you just paid essentially as a group $55, and in the process you just gained $600 of free bets, which is great. You just paid $55 for $600. Who doesn't like that? But it's good to remember the reason I told you to bet this game where it's an opportunity to push, because if this game does push, then each person gets returned their $600. The group still has their $1,200, and then you don't pay that $55 premium for the $600 free bets. You just get those $600 in free bets as a group because you each risk $600 and push. So the push is the ideal outcome, but the most likely scenario, obviously, is someone's going to win and someone's going to lose. So after that bet settles, in about probably 20 minutes, you should be seeing your $300 free bet in your Draftkings account. So what you're going to do is, with your same partner, you're going to take your $300 free bet. You're going to find a new game. You're going to bet it on the over. That partner is going to take their $300 free bet and bet it on the under. It's important in this one. You do want this bet, the over under, to end in 0.5. You do not want this bet to push. The reason being, with Draftkings, their free bets, the winnings are only returned. The principal is not. So if you bet $300 and that bet pushes, you're out of luck. You got nothing out of it. You have no winnings returned to you. So you want to make sure in this second splitting process where there's an over-under bet, you want to make sure there is no chance that the bet pushes and there's only a winner and only a loser. So in this step, you're going to want to make sure the over ends at 0.5. Like I mentioned, the principal is not return on the winnings, just the earnings on that money. So if you bet $300 at minus 110, the winner will receive $272. And that's as a group. Remember, you're splitting everything up evenly, so each person makes the same amount of money. We're taking on the same amount of risk. So what happens is that group is going to have $272 of profit. But remember, you paid $55 for these free bets, which comes out to a net total of $217 for the group. That means each person just walks away with $800, or that'd be nice, $108, absolutely risk-free in about 24 hours time of work, which is pretty good if you ask me, for doing almost nothing. So if you're more risk averse and you're just in this purely for the free money, go with this risk-free option. Again, it seems too good to be true, but it's not. I've done it myself, and it is a surefire way to add $108 to your DraftKings account. Whether you want to take that out and put it in your back pocket or you keep using that for gambling is up to you. But this is an easy way to make $100 in no effort in a day's work. Now, the second option, again, if you want to use those free bets for something a little more fun, a little more entertaining, you can do that. You can actually bet that free bet on an actual wager instead of taking that free money. The steps are going to be the same in the beginning. Make sure you opt in before you do anything. Make sure it's within the promotional period. Those are paramount to this process. If you don't do this, you're going to be one sad person because you just flushed $600 down the toilet. Same deal. Grab a buddy. Hey, I'm going to bet $600 on the over. You're going to bet $600 on that same under. Again, make sure in this initial step when you're betting $600 of your own money, not the free bet, that you're betting on an over and under that does not end in 0.5. You want there to be an opportunity to push. Step 3 is the same. Bet's probably not going to push. Again, the winner is going to get $1,145. Loser gets nothing. Again, you just still paid $55 as a group, about $27 each, for $600 in free bets as a group, $300 each. But, and this is where that partnership of you and your buddy split off now. You can do whatever you want to do with a $300 free bet. I recommend placing on a future or any other bet with high odds, such as a parlay. The reason being goes back to what I said before, is that your principal, that $300 free bet, will not be returned to you on any winnings, just the money earned from the winnings. So for instance, if you bet on a bet that was plus 100 and bet $300 on that, you would only be getting $300 back, not the 600 you normally would when you actually risked 300 to win 600. So here's an example of betting on a future bet. I'm using the Bucks as the Super Bowl winners as a reference. So in this first scenario, I'm putting $30 on the Buccaneers to win $210. And I chose this $30 bet very carefully because this is what you'd be doing if you didn't do this big bonus parlay. You'd just be betting $30 on your own, let's say to bet the Buccaneers to win the Super Bowl, paying out at $210. The reason I chose this $30 is because that's essentially what you're paying for your $300 free bet. In reality, you're paying a little bit less, but I rounded it up to 30 to make the math a little bit easier. So scenario 1, you don't listen to what I'm saying, and you just put $30 on the Buccaneers to win the Super Bowl, and you get paid out $210. Scenario 2, you do what I'm saying, you pay $30 to get a $300 free bet, and then you use that $300 free bet on the same bet you would be betting anyways. In this case, it's the Buccaneers to win the Super Bowl. So you could see this amplification of 10 times leverage using this $300 free bet and using this bonus strategy I'm describing to you now. Instead of just placing $30 on the Buccaneers to win the Super Bowl, you can grab a buddy, do the steps I talked to you in the previous 3 steps, pay basically $30, get a $300 free bet, and put it on any future you'd want. And you can see that 10 times amplification of your returns. So instead of paying 30 to win 210 to the Bucs to win Super Bowl, you would be paying, in quotation marks, paying $30 for this $300 free bet to win $2,100. Now I'm putting $300 in the bet slip because that's what you'd be getting paid out. But you got to remember in your mind, you only paid $30 for that bet. So just to review, I try to go slow. I hope you guys follow what I'm saying, but I'm going to do one more review just to really hammer it home. You're going to opt into this promotion. You're going to grab a partner. You're each going to bet $600 on the same over under. And this step 2, you're going to want to make sure you have an opportunity to push so you can get those $600 back and not lose your money and eat it away at the juice. Step 3, that bet's probably going to win and one's going to lose. The group's going to get money. You're going to split that money up evenly. You're going to each be down $27.50 from where you started. But after that, you're each going to get a $300 free bet. And now here's when you have the choice what to do. You can turn around, do a couple more bets, and stick about $100 in your back pocket net, or you can use a leverage bet. You want the free money. You don't want any risk. You're going to do similar process to step 2 and 3. You're going to use that $300 free bet on an over and a $300 free bet on that same game's under. But this time, you're going to want to make sure that there's no chance that these free bets can push. You want for sure a winner and for sure a loser. Then that winner is going to get $272 if you're putting that money on a minus 110 bet. Excuse me. You're going to split that money evenly as well. And at the end of all the netting process, each person can be up about $109 with virtually no work at all. Or you could use the leverage bet that I talked about in the previous slide and use that $300 free bet on a future or a parlay, keeping in mind that you only paid $30 for that free bet and that you'll be able to maximize your returns and amplify your profits tenfold using this strategy. So I hope you guys followed along here, and I hope you guys really do listen to what I'm saying. If you don't have $600 lying around, talk to your mom, talk to your dad, your brothers, your sisters, your friends, ask them for the money, show them this video. There is no way that you can lose money doing this if you follow the steps that I just showed. It's not a scam. I've done it myself. I know other people have done it too. You just got to be smart about this. These guys are giving promotions because they want people to lose their money doing this. They want people just doing a stupid $600 bet in hopes to get 300. I'm showing you a way where you cannot lose money in the process of earning this $300 bet. So do what you can, scrap up the cash and make this bet. Follow what I told you to do. People aren't going to believe this works. I'm telling you it works. And when it does for you, put it in the comment section because I want people to believe this and I want people to be boosting their bank accounts so we can have some more fun, gambling more, or go shopping, do whatever you guys do with your spare time with your free money. But seriously, listen to what I have to say. Please take my advice. If you have any questions about what I've been talking about, definitely put in the comment section. I'll be happy to help you. But this is an opportunity that you guys cannot pass up on this upcoming month. And best of luck and keep making that cash, guys.